the skies to grey. Who needs us? You can count on us. Who's gonna push you through heavy days? Who needs us? Rugged and robust.
The night was cold, but I kept walking on. I had passed the point of no return. Turning back was too late, but a thought just kept creeping in. Was I walking the wrong way? You think that it's too late, change the course, do not hesitate.
Hi guys, welcome. um, can everyone hear me? Of our people here. Welcome to ArcheAge 101, my first ever podcast, and with me today I have Nolt 101 and Kevin Kex.
Good day.
Good day. So today we'll be talking a bit about some basic ArcheAge stuff and going through all the changes that's happening in Russia and with the game everywhere and what our thoughts about it is and yeah, stuff like that. And we're gonna do a couple of questions and along with doing some tips and tricks because there are a lot of new players that's joining us tomorrow. So before we begin, let's introduce everybody. Nolt 101, why don't you go first?
Well, I am the designated noob. I have barely played any ArcheAge, maybe 2 hours tops. So I'll be representing the noobs. Yeah, I used to play a lot of MMOs. Well, I still do, but I come from like Ultima Online and stuff like that through World of Warcraft, and yeah, now I'm here to check this out.
Yeah. And we have Kex with us as well. And we can't hear you.
Ah,
There you
can you hear me
go.
now? Oh, I'm sorry for that. So I'm Kex, and you probably know me from ArcheAge Source forums because that's where I'm most active and rage about everything ArcheAge related. But I'm following the game for like I think 3 years now, a little bit over that. Been playing it ever since I could, and yeah, been trying to do everything I can, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Kex is definitely, you're definitely one of like the driving forces of the ArcheAge community, I'd say.
Yeah, at least I try.
Yeah, at least you try, being the angry German.
Yeah.
Along with Inporylem's video we just saw, which is his new PvP video. What do you guys think about that? Nice little start of it, of the podcast, I'd say. Yeah, he's also one of those driving forces behind the ArcheAge community, where he puts up a lot of videos. So kudos to him.
Yeah. Archer OP, sorry. No, it's a really good video. Like, it's always fun to see open PvP in ArcheAge, and it's really like, of course, Inporylem's videos are edited really much, but like it's really impressive to see him like one guy taking on 3 other guys. It's always kind of impressive. So kudos to InporylemM for that. Really good PvP. Although I gotta say, most times I played against him, I won. So just want to put that out there. But that's not really often since he joined in Korea. He joined us on Western side, so
Yeah.
now he's our enemy again. Gotta get my revenge on his kids.
Oh, that's good. We'll find him someday.
Yeah. He's already waiting for us to get high level so he can kill us.
Yeah, he was talking about killing me the other day. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm MajiinFreddy. I usually just stream ArcheAge. That's about it, really. I just like streaming and I love the game. I think it's like really one of those games that's the light at the end of the tunnel. Like way too many theme park MMOs lately, so it's really great to see this change, and it's one of those games that really caught my attention. And after playing it in Korea last year, mind blown. So yeah, last week ArcheAge opened in Russia. And it was a bit of a shared opening, I think. I know a lot of us were just anxious to finally get in and play the game, but I know a lot of people didn't really appreciate all the downtime or the queues, etc. And I know, like, the first server, they have like 10 hours of queue every day. I find that really amazing. But Kex, yeah, how do you feel like the launch has gone in Russia so far?
Well, at first I hesitated to join, but now that I did, I gotta say it's good that I did, because I am liking the higher prices, and like basically the changes they made to the game so far are really good. And I hope they keep that direction. Like really the only thing I can complain about is that little bit of cash up items, but that's like I can live with that.
Yeah.
So far, but like the stability of servers is okay. I mean, they are like saying, "Oh, sorry for the inconvenience," but I'm really not getting that. Maybe just because I'm not on server one at the moment. But overall, I think it's a good early access. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I really like that they actually gave us 10 more days of premium.
Yeah.
We don't see that too much in games, I feel like, so that was really nice. Along with the news that any alts you have that's beneath level 10 will be deleted. So, a bit of a mixed message, and I got a bit of panic last night. But, it all worked out.
Did you finish the leveling?
Yeah, I
Did you get your
did.
character?
You were like on Skype and telling me, "Oh, Freddy, you should go to bed now. You got work."
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I managed.
Yeah.
But yeah, Russia has been doing great so far. And that's like partly why we wanted to do this little podcast as well, is because I do like daily get a lot of questions when it comes to the game, how it is to play in Russia in a foreign language, and all of us, even Nolt, doesn't speak one word Russian. We might know like da.
Nope, not even one word.
Not even one word. So yeah, it is a challenge at times, but I think it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's a lot of fun. Like you don't need to understand everything you see, because most of it is just basic MMO mechanics.
yeah,
And once you get a hang of it, and we will talk about that later, I think. So we will explain even the most basic stuff. So
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a problem.
yeah. We're not gonna go into like the super advanced stuff, because that would just eat up
Yeah.
all our time. But we do want to like touch the basics, and we do have a couple of questions, and yeah.
Yeah, but that will be enough to like play the game to its fullest. So.
Yeah, definitely. And also, guys, if you do have questions for either of us, feel free to post them. Frisley, who's the moderator here, he will be picking up the best ones and posting them to us, so we will like answer them later. But yeah. So ArcheAge. Well, let's ask Nolt, since he hasn't really played that game much. But he was like, when I was playing in Korea, he was looking at it a bit, like, I think this will be a great game. But when the time it comes out in Europe, you Freddy, you will probably be tired of it. So, what like caught your eyes in the game, Nolt?
Well, the first thing that caught my eye was basically just the water, because I thought the game in general just looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
And coming from playing like World of Warcraft, where everything does not look as nice, yeah, looking at the water there and everything around it was really nice. The combat seemed really cool. Yeah, basically that's what piqued my interest.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I really like that the graphics are so nice.
Yeah.
It's not like
That CryEngine.
yeah, CryEngine's so good. And I think your camera froze again.
Oh shit.
I will. We have a little special picture for Kex in case his camera died. I think it's called Angry German. So there you go. That's Kex. We'll wait and see if he is able to fix his little camera.
Yeah,
it seems like it's working again. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, just put it up whenever. So I mean,
Yeah.
that guy does look like me, so it doesn't really make a difference.
But yeah, so Tryon and their game, we got a bit of an update there today as well, didn't we? They have just been in Korea and hanging out with Excel Games, and I think like the gist of it was it looks amazing. They're gonna work together, and some of Trian's team are gonna be joining with some of the technical challenge, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. So another really normal question is like, how is Trine doing, and when will the English version or the Western version be released? Because they are working on probably French and German versions as well. I don't know if there are more.
Well, the update you talked about actually had a sentence on that. Like they're going to Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, and they are saying that after this, like they will start the drumbeat for the beta. So
Yeah.
I think they're doing actually better than expected. Like a lot of people are like saying, "Oh, it's taken to 2015." I don't think it will take that long. So I've got good hope that we see a beta in maybe summer.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been like thinking as well, like beta in the summer and like a release late this year. But after seeing that update though, like drumming up the battle drums for the beta this March, I'm starting to wonder, maybe like super early summer?
Hopefully.
Yeah, it would be nice, but
Yeah, I definitely need it in English to be able to like
Yeah.
play properly.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can play it in other languages, but there's only so much you can take. Sometimes you just want it like to be in English and finally be done with it, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all different. It's
Believe it or not, I actually read quests most of the time.
oh damn!
So I
such a
I,
casual guy.
yeah.
You gotta speed through them, man.
Well, some MMOs I do, but if their story is really like interesting or the quest is interesting, then I usually read what's going on. So in Russian, I don't even know what was going on, so I was just clicking and going through the
Yeah.
motions of an MMO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm still like wondering. What is ArcheAge really all about? I still don't know the story. I still don't know anything what's going on. The only thing I would really have liked to know is like there are hidden quests in the game where you just go out exploring and you find like a hidden item. Like I was out exploring for a silver coin, which is basically achievement for finding a hidden spot. And I opened this chest that was hidden underwater, and there was a flute in it. So I translated it, and it was called a mermaid flute. so I was like, maybe I can see mermaids. But I think Lex
Probably.
told me that it's part of a hidden quest and something like that. So there are a lot of things in the game we don't really know about because of the language barrier, but overall it's definitely playable as long as you have like the patience and the will for it.
I mean, the best stories are the ones that are written by the players, right? So
Yeah,
at
definitely.
least we can get to enjoy that. So
Yeah.
I didn't even know that players can make quests, or can they?
no, I was referring to the like player-driven content, sandbox
Oh.
stuff, open
Yeah.
PvP.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I did not even know that was like a thing.
I mean, the best stories, like when I tell others about ArcheAge, I'm not saying like, oh, this quest is so cool or the story is so cool. I usually tell about what people in the game did, and that's the stories that people get excited about.
Okay, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
yeah, but the game just has so much to offer, so
Yeah.
it is easy to tempt people sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, there's this fishing and chest and treasure hunting and PvP. It's easy.
Fishing? Fishing?
Fishing.
Fishing!
Okay, at least in Korea.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Definitely. I miss fishing so much, honestly. I've been nagging about it ever since I set my foot in Russia, because Russia right now they're using a really old build, but it's a mix of some new content as well. Like they have like the cloth drops from the new patch, right? Don't they?
I think cloth is not getting dropped at all. You have to farm it now yourself.
Yeah.
Like planting actually plants and
Okay.
everything else is gone. I think I'm not 100% sure. Like sheep and stuff are still there, but
Yeah.
no drops.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Russia right now, it's not empty, but it's missing a lot of content.
Yeah, it's like Korea at the start with a few adjustments.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's definitely fun right now, but yeah,
We need
castle
fishing.
features, fishing. Yeah, it has to be in there.
It's really like wonderful or a fun memory, if you will. Like when I think back into Korea, and you and me, we were out fishing along with everyone else we were in like the guild with, and just spending like the entire evening out with our boats and fishing like these really big fishes, and yeah, it's one of those really great memories, I feel like.
Yeah.
So yeah, but as we're touching that subject, I guess with missing content, we should probably talk a bit about 1.0 and what that is all about. Oh my God, I can't speak.
It's okay.
So Dull Dolly on Reddit, he had a question. And he has been looking for an awesome sandbox game, but he heard that 1.0 crushed it all, and it looks like another Warcraft copy, and he's wondering, is that really true? And after that, those changes as well, how are pirates to play as after all those changes?
Well, to answer that, you first have to like clarify what ArcheAge is special about. Like we generally refer to ArcheAge as a sandpark, meaning that it is partially a sandbox, but it's also a theme park.
Yeah.
And it combines both elements. Like you have your instances, you have your gear that like progresses over your level and stuff. You have your linear quests, but you also got castle sieges, farms, and yeah, basically open PvP, open stuff, and open world content. And with 1.0, many new theme park elements were added, but like all these open contents, like exploring or farming, were changed in some ways, and maybe even cut. Like exploring, you could take your like whatever speedboat, your mount or whatever, and just explore the world and get content through that, because you would explore spots, you would get silver coins, and you would see like really good landscapes. And with 1.0, they introduced a really big dungeon. Like it's basically just a library, and it's just like a big block, and there's monsters in it, and that's it. And you have to grind to max level with that. And like that's not really what people wanted or people liked, because theme park content is okay, but the last few updates were so much about theme park that people started to think like, okay, where's the sandbox now? And some changes are really bad. For example, to build your ships in ArcheAge, you need to buy blueprints. Those blueprints are bought via Daffy coins, and yeah, those Daffy coins would be acquired through trading, and trading is the concept of you make gear, you make goods through crafting, and then you bring them somewhere else, which is open world content, since you have to actually run there. No porting possible, and you could get killed as long as you're in the safe zone, which is like kind of the piracy mechanic, but I will talk about that later.
Yeah.
And yeah, you would get Daffy coins as a reward, and those Daffy coins are not available through trading anymore, but through daily quests. On those daily quests would be a little bit of crafting and lots of instance grinding, like only instance grinding basically. And you'd have to do this like for a month before you could get your speedboat. And that's really like, it's not only limiting, but it's literally breaking some mechanics that people loved, because trading was really awesome. You had to do it in groups. You couldn't do it alone if you wanted to make bit trades, etc. And that's like the general problems with 1.0. It's not that these updates are bad. It's just that the context they're in. So much theme park content and sandbox content changed. It's easy to revert those changes. It's not like, oh, the game is ruined forever. XA Games has to just like see what's wrong, like those Delphi coins, make them available through something else. I mean, I'm fine with daily Delphi coins. It's okay. You can instant grind. It's a sandpark, not a true sandbox. So make that way, but like bring back Delphi coins through trading, and it would be fixed. It's an easy fix. They just have to revert it a bit. So
Yeah, definitely.
1.0 is not like a dead end. We can go on from there and still make the game good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. There is a slimmer hope of light at the end of the tunnel. But it's really amazing though, like what logic they had when I'm guessing Korea has the same prices as Russia does right now, where a trade ship costs like 500 Delphi coins or something.
I think it's 400, but it's really much.
Yeah,
It's
400.
Delphi coins. Are they like the normal like currency in there, or I have no idea what a Delphi coin is? Is that for trading or?
Yeah, it's like an item, but you get that item through trading pre 1.0 and now through dailies. And it's just an item you could acquire. It's not a currency, it's an item. It acts like a currency, but it's just an actual item.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a currency you need to buy everything that's awesome in the game, like everything you can build.
It's really important.
Yeah, so it's strange though. Like I think you can get like max 12 Delphi coins a day with the dailies, right?
Yeah, around that number. I'm not like 11 or 12, something around that.
Yeah. And having to get like 400 for just one trading ship, and by doing dailies as well. I mean, I don't mind like having to grind something or trade for an item for quite some time, like we're doing in Russia right now. But the fact that we have to like do dailies.
Yeah, and there are also level dependent. It's not like you can be level 1 and start the dailies. You have to wait until you're level 20, level 30, 40, 50, and then you can do all of them. So
yeah. It is a really strange thing to do.
It promotes like general gameplay. Get to max 50 and ignore everything else, and then start playing. Like that's not what ArcheAge was before. In ArcheAge before, you could say, "Oh, you're level 1, do anything you want. You can win, quote unquote, win this game at level 1 if you want, because you can do anything at level 1, except for maybe high level PvP." But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those special things, I think, in the game. Like, the game doesn't begin at end game or anything like that. Like, I've been in Russia for a week now, and I'm like level 33, I think. And to some that might be a bit slow, because you would easily get 50 in a week. It's not a problem at all, but...
A day even.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, you're that good. Okay.
No,
I'm gonna shut up.
The Koreans. Sorry, the Koreans are that good.
But it's just so easy to get lost in all of the content in the game, and
50
like,
is max level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With 1.0, they upped the limit to 55 though, and I think you have to like grind a lot to become level 55.
The instance is basically the only way to get to level 55.
Yeah.
The only viable way. Let's say it like that.
Yeah. It's really strange, but as Kex is pointing out, it's not the end, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. And
we just have to show it to the guys.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things we need to like cause a bit of an uproar with, like both Kex and ArcheAge admin on ArcheAge source. He has both of you have made like this amazing topics concerning what's wrong with 1.0 and what's good with them, because there are a lot of nice changes as well. There are like only I think a handful that's really bad. But the idea is at least to like try and share that link and like talk a bit about it on social media and get people to see that this is something we really want to change. Also, we did find this interview with Mr. Jake Song last night, where he talked about the future, I guess. And I don't know. officially he was out of Excel game and ArcheAge, but it seems like he's still there in the background.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
and it seems like he's trying to like fix the game. I think he said something about like they need to get the theme park features in, and then they can start making it into more sandboxy.
Yeah. Basically what he said, like stage 1 theme park, stage 2 sandbox.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's right. If that's the case, then it's really good.
Yeah, but it's definitely nice to see him come back a bit. I even tweeted him last night and wrote, "He's my hero," in a little heart.
You're such a fanboy.
He didn't reply though. I'm so sad. He broke my heart.
Senpai notice moo.
You gotta play it cool. You can't be like, oh my god, notice me.
Yeah, gotta stay more in shadows and be cool.
You gotta play the unreachable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, also while we're talking about 1.0, the change they did to piracy, right? Before, I think you just mentioned it a bit. Before, when you did a trade and someone took your trade package and they handed it in, the pirate or the thief would obviously get everything. But in 1.0, the thief only gets 60%, and the maker of the package gets 40%. So it ruins a bit of the fun, because it used to be like a really hardcore game, but they've softened it up a bit. So Daldali was asking if pirates are still like possible to play them. What do you think, Kex?
Well, I was actually trying to be a pirate on Korean server. My level 50 guy is still, like my one level 50 guy is still at like 2,000 cry points. The issue is like piracy is really problematic right now. Not only after 1.0 because of the 60-40 change, as I call it, but because of the safe zones. It was really hard to make money as a pirate, because literally your only way to make money as a pirate was to steal. But the guilds were so organized that you had like 100 guys defending a trade, and you couldn't be like sneaky and get one package off and then run away, because there were so many safe zones, even on Liberty Island, because every respawn point is a safe zone, that you just couldn't get away. They were camping you constantly. If we were trying to hide, the places were not big enough, and you would just be like dead all the time, and you couldn't run away. And yeah, it was really weird. It's just like camp at respawn point. Hopefully one guy will do something stupid. You can get his package and run away in time. Yeah. But it's like crossing fingers all the time. Oh, I hope he doesn't see me. And yeah, that's really weird. Like if you had a good day, we would like make 100 gold for like 5 hours of PvP. And yeah, that's it could be better.
Yeah.
So being a pirate can be extremely fun, but only after you've got everything set. If you are a pirate and you still need to buy better gear or even level up, don't do it. You can't. You just can't.
Yeah.
And with 1.0, it's only gotten worse. So it's not really like burning or killing the issue, because it was already pretty problematic. So I hope XR Games addresses this issue, because pirates are only for people that don't care about like getting better at the game anymore.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of your chats with Frisley versus Kex pirate talk. Those are always priceless to watch.
Yeah, man, Frisley. Yeah, piracy is extremely fun, but yeah.
That didn't sound too good.
Yeah, she just spilled her stuff, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Regarding the safe zones, though, are you able to PvP in them, or you can't do anything? Are they just totally like, what you call it? Like,
well, there are 3 kinds of safe zones. Like the respawn points are just have small circles around them, but you can't do any PvP at all. And if you attack someone in a safe zone, like he's outside of the safe zone, you attack him, he's running into the safe zone, you get bubbled up in the air and nothing happens.
Okay.
So, and then there's a race-specific safe zone, so to say. This is the starting areas, and you can attack the opposite faction. Like if you're on the Western continent and an Eastern player comes to your starting zone, you can attack him, and he can defend himself, but nobody else can attack him. It's like a duel, so to speak. And then there's absolute peace times in the war zone that happens after too many people have been killed. Then it's like a safe zone where nobody can attack any other player. Yeah, that's it. And I mean, it makes sense to protect players, but yeah, it's, as I said, it's piracy and all that. It's problematic.
Yeah.
And for me, it was the most exciting to like look at all the pirate stuff for the PvP you can do with the murdering, as you say. Because from my background, I come from where PvP was like the dominant things in the game, where only way people could hide was like running to the town and cry for guards to come and strike you down.
Yeah.
And that was my idea of really cool PvP. So just hearing that this is a little bit,
Yeah, it's really strange that they decided to do the safe zones at least, because normally like the safe zones are really close to a city anyway. So or at least to where some guards would be. So I mean I don't mind the peace times that much, but I think they're really stupid on Mirage Island, which is the place where you trade to get the most money. So that should obviously be hard no matter what. It shouldn't be like, during 9 p.m. this evening, everyone will be there and pirates can't do shit about it. Unless they catch you before you actually enter the place. So it is a bit strange, for sure.
Yeah, but luckily, so far, Russian version doesn't have peacetime on Liberty Island, so...
While we're on the subject of questions a bit, I do have a couple of other ones stored. Like Kira W, an ArcheAge source, was wondering how she can translate quest texts and images when he's playing the game, because that's obviously something a non-Russian wouldn't be that good at. So
you think so?
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
So.
Yeah, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so like the first thing, which is really important, as we touched about earlier, is that the fact that general MMO experience comes into the picture, right? So when you see a quest that leads you somewhere and it says 0 out of 12, you will most likely be killing stuff, especially if it leads you to a place filled with monsters. So that's why my basic assumption is when I do quests. So I don't really translate much stuff, but it is possible to translate things from your quest log and things from your inventory. You can shift click that into the chat and paste it, and Google Translate it, and then you at least know what the item is or the headline of the quest. And if you're lucky, you will even maybe find a tutorial or like a walkthrough. I know the Koreans, they had this great site for it, so like every quest was on that site. So you could easily just translate the entire site and that's it. You know what to do, most likely, because the translations were kinda off at times.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that there are programs actually that lets you translate screenshots. So what you do is you take a screenshot of what you need translated, you paste it into that program, and it actually translates the writing on the picture, and that's fucking amazing. Technology!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to link one program that's free as an example?
I could write it down. Just super quickly here, because I got it from you last night. I've never heard about it.
So professional.
So professional, yes. Yeah. those are like the basic tools we normally use. I asked a couple of other people that plays with us, and that's basically how we go by.
Yeah.
Some translate more than others because they're curious to see what the quest says.
Also, many Russians are surprisingly friendly. So if you know a Russian, just ask him. They're really welcoming. Sometimes they're just ganking you, but other times they're helping you out.
Yeah, definitely. I've had a lot of Russians on my stream. That's really, really helpful. And even our name, our guild name, Almost Russian, comes from a Russian streamer or a viewer, Hida. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. But yeah. We can do a little couple of more tricks, so all you new people know what to do tomorrow, I guess. And also, Bittersweet14 on ArcheAge Source is wondering how to use the chat, like shouts, world shout, local, party chat, whispers, and whatever, and how we like party up, leave parties, etc. So this is the moment where I would really love to have like the game to show you, because that would be a lot easier, but the servers are down. But I do actually have one picture here. Let's see if I can find it super quickly. There you go. That's like the picture of the friend list, and I'm right clicking on Oren, and the top choice there is basically just invite the person to the party. So what I do every time is just I right click people and I press the top choice, and that basically invites them every time. Yeah.
Also, invite name is working too. So luckily the commands, like even chat commands, are all in English. So just type it in English and it will most likely work, luckily.
Yeah. The only one that the local area chat, right? Which is like some Russian word, but you can just write /u.
Yeah.
And that's the world chat or the local area chat or something.
Yeah, U and N is like global and map chat.
Yeah.
That's the only complicated, but you will rarely use them anyway.
Yeah.
Because they're just full of Russians spamming like stuff they are selling. So yeah.
But yeah.
So, but everything else is working like /G, /say, /P, whatever. It's all working. Alliance is raid, so it would be /RR. So, yeah.
Yeah. It all works. And if it doesn't work, just fail and try and fail and try, and it will eventually work.
Yeah.
Just like life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Did you have like any problems in the game at all, Nolt? You were just going through the motions, right? And just
I was just going through the motions. I very rarely looked at the chat because I wouldn't even understand anything about it. So I just kept to the clicking and the fighting.
Yeah. But it's really easy to like get just into. You played an MMO, you play them all almost. Also, there are people who's wondering like how trading and farming works a bit. And I thought we could just talk about that super quickly, because it is a fairly long topic. And we've already
talked super quick about it.
Yeah.
Long topic.
But we've talking most about trading already. It's basically, or I'm not going to say basically, but in theory, it's just to create a package. And
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, if you have an amazing sentence to say, please say it.
I mean, basically, it's hard to explain it without showing in the game, but you have to look for, like, I call it crafting hubs, where all the like required NPCs are located. You have your crafting stations where you can make stuff. You have some NPCs that sell basic ingredients you need and everything like that. And just look for them, and they're all scattered around the map. And then it's just searching for a crafting station that lets you craft packages. They're usually like a white wagon, you would say, with a like gambling machine sort of.
Yeah.
And you craft your packages there. You can see all the ingredients if you click on it, and then you basically bring them anywhere on an area that has like selling NPCs. They are marked on the map too. Sadly, I can't show it right now.
No.
Forgot the screenshot about that, but you can mark them on the map. It's a little like star, and you can sell your packages there, just not in the same area. And your profit is based on distance and rarity of your package, and that's basically all about trading.
Yeah.
And crafting is basically just go to the NPCs, buy seeds, and plant them either anywhere where everything can get stolen, or in your scarecrow that you got through a quest, and it's safe there.
Yeah.
It's really basic. We can talk about forever about what you can plant, but you can plant everything: animals, trees.
So many different trees. My God.
Yeah.
I had an orange tree in Korea. I remember that. Oh, fresh oranges every morning. But one of those really great pages to visit, guys, if you haven't already heard about it, is ArcheAge Source. It has like a ton of information, and people like Lex here, Mr. Hamster Boy, he has written who knows how many guides, but there are a lot of them. Let's see if it loads up here. And I think this isn't like everything. This is just some of them, probably. There are probably more hidden out there, but yeah. ArcheAge Source is definitely one of the main hubs, or your go-to places when it comes to all ArcheAge related content. So bookmark that place.
Also, shout out to ArcheAgeOnline.de, everyone speaking German. They're really doing a great job too, and shout out to Fido at this point. Just want to get that out there.
Yeah. Yeah, Fido is another one of those really or one of those who has really brought us a lot of information. And
Yeah.
we can't be thankful enough. I don't know where it would be without them. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, do we have some other tips we can give some newcomers out there? I did have a question, something about the quest tracker. Like, how would you like find quests? I do have a little screeny of that as well, since we don't have the actual game. But yeah, this is my character, and on the ground here you can see the numbers 1 to 3, and those are basically the 2 quests I have marked out on my quest tracker, which is on the right middle side, which is the same quest tracker you find in every other MMO. So it is as easy as you can just press those quests, and there's a choice on the quest log, which it almost spells map, doesn't it? And if you press that button, you will see where you need to go. And to fine-tune it, you have these numbers on the ground, or you can just follow the quest until the numbers disappear. And if the numbers disappear, it basically means that you are in the vicinity of the quest. So it is a fairly easy system to understand. So yeah.
Yeah. One little hint about that is like press every button. Like even if you have a quest and you abandon it by accident, it's okay. You can always get it later. But like
Yeah.
some buttons are really useful. Mark it on the map and it's blinking and stuff like that. Just click everything. You can't break the game. You're not going to delete your character. So just try it out a bit.
Yeah, definitely. As we said earlier, it's just fail and try.
Yeah.
And keep on, because
It's a good concept.
yeah. And another thing is that during like the questing time, you will also end up picking up a lot of strange items. I still don't know what everything in my inventory is. It is really confusing at times, but at least one thing I learned, and I think I didn't learn this like a couple of days ago probably, how to like go into your inventory and just right-click every fucking item there that you don't really know what it is, you know. And you will most likely get a quest out of it.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of those quests that
There's no markings for that, like in WoW, for example, where you can have like if there's a quest item or anything like that. There's no markings or at all, or
no.
The only indication is like if you sort your inventory, it's sort of at the bottom, and it doesn't look like a useful item, and that's the only indication. It might be a quest item, but nothing else.
Okay.
Okay.
See, even Freddy's learning something now.
Yeah, we're all learning stuff here from
Dropping
Kex.
the knowledge bomb.
Oh my god. Oh. So yeah, learning stuff every day. There you go. But yeah, we can take a couple of questions that Frizzly's been like pasting us, don't you think?
Yeah.
Noel, do you have a couple of?
Oh yeah. There you go. I didn't even read through them yet, but I'll see.
Yeah.
First one is like Zacharias says, "Do you need to buy gathering tools, for example, to mine ores?" Yeah. Just like in WoW, for example.
Yeah. No. Most things you can just do it, and that's it. You can go picking up ores, or mining ores, I'd rather say, without a gathering tool, and you can chop down trees without having an axe. You cannot fish without having a fishing pole, though.
But you can't even fish, can you? So.
Shut up.
Please, it's hurting.
Makes me so sad.
So much.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Really sensitive topic.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a bit nice to not have all those gathering tools filling up your inventory, but
to kind of clarify this, it's not like you can go around and gather everything, because you have a limiting resource, that's your labor points, and that's the only limit you have basically for mining. Also, you can mine all day as long as you have labor points. And with 1.0, they actually introduced more stuff that you need to for crafting, but it's like more advanced stuff. On the basis, it's just labor points and pressing the button. So kind of nice.
yeah.
Okay. There you have it.
There you go.
It's like one of the most adamant questions I see is about servers, regarding servers. Like, I have no idea about the servers here, but some people are saying that server 4 is closed for open beta tests. What server should they go to next? Stuff like that.
Yeah. So last night or something, they closed the first 4 servers, I believe. Isn't that right, Kex?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is basically to like they want to try and stabilize the servers a bit. But I've read a bit before we began the stream today that they were planning on opening them tomorrow, but only for a limited time. But again, that's not official, but I've seen talk about it. But either way, they're gonna open the servers again soon. But in the meantime, get up as early as you can if you want to join us on server 4. And if not, go and play Tetris and try again later.
If you're still eager to play, like I hear that the German community is trying to team up, and I'm going to post this on ArcheAge source if it's ready. Like going on a server together until the other servers are open again, and like get to know each other beforehand. So if that's coming out, something I will announce it on ArcheAge source. So if you're looking to play, either even if it's not on like with us on server 4, I will announce that on ArcheAge source.
Yeah.
But come to us, server 4, best server.
Yeah, best server. No queues right now.
Yeah, right now because it's offline.
Yeah. Damn it, ruining my second weekend. I was so hyped to play another day, weekend. No,
Yeah.
you gotta
Okay.
do other
Yeah.
things.
On a Friday. Wow.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
There's one question about what your favorite classes were, or what you play, and stuff like that. Do you guys PvP at all, or do you just sit
No,
around
I
fishing
hate PvP.
hooks?
Fuck.
I just farm.
You just farm. Yeah, I figured you would.
No, we do PvP, but I think both of us has been like fairly low level up until now, and especially for me, I just entered like the first real PvP zone last night, and it wasn't peacetime, so. But as for my favorite class, I really like the fight, cunning, and fortification combo, which is basically running around with a one-hand sword and a shield, with heavy armor and trying to be tanky. It doesn't work when you meet ranged, but yeah.
Is PvP viable though, or do you feel like it's? Are you guys lagging when you're PvPing, or are you easily just grazing through?
It's actually really, really good. Like
Yeah.
compared to what we had in Korea, it's so much enjoyable. Like it's heaven. And as far as classes and PvP go, I'm a really big fan of PvP, but I've been kind of keeping it low because like time issues, working and stuff. But definitely, I'm going to PvP a lot, and I'm going to try to team up with Russians and all of that stuff to get some more PvP content. And as far as class go, my class is the Apostle. Like it's a death, magic, no, sorry, death, devotion, and will.
Yeah.
And it's a really, really cool class. And
What's it comparable to? Because I have no idea.
It's-
So
yeah, I wanted to talk a bit about that because in ArcheAge there are not really like tank DPS classes. There are always a bit of mixture. Like you have your basic roles, but since you have so many possible classes, 120 total, there's no way you
Wow.
can make a class like that's okay. There is a way. If you really want to, you can make your like cookie cutter build that it's just like any other MMO build, but you really have to want that. And as far as Apostle goes, it's like a tanky mage because it can heal. It has good heal and it has good damage, and it's viable CC. So yeah, that's it's like it's hard to find that in any other MMO, in my opinion, because you can always replay it and still be viable. That's so cool about ArcheAge.
as
Can
a
do whatever
mage
you want.
or as a
Yeah.
caster, you can be paid. Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty-
I mean, it has its downsides, of course, but if you want to make
Yeah.
it work, you can make it work. So it's cool.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool that there are so many combos. Like you can be a priest with heavy armor using a pole arm.
That's pretty
so-
badass, actually.
Yeah, and not everything is viable probably, but at
Yeah.
least the option is there, and that's really what the sandbox part of the game is all about. Like, you have the option to be a tank with the bard class, so you can go around playing songs.
Shredding loot.
Yeah. I think you're gonna enjoy that composition system when it comes out in Russia at least.
Sounds really
Uh,
interesting.
Yeah, it is really cool. You can hear a lot of nice songs being made on it actually.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they
Go on.
will always be like Pirates of the Caribbean, and that will be really cool when you're pirating.
Yeah. There are a lot of cliche songs out there. Yeah, a lot of them, but some people might actually make some original stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Would be interesting to make a contest out of it. Like find your most unique ArcheAge song or whatever.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there was a flute in Guild Wars 2, and I made so many songs on that flute.
Oh, I remember that shit on the RP server we were on.
Yeah,
We were running around RPing, and Nolt was like playing songs on his flute.
I was being really like Butaku, Viabu. I played Naruto songs on my flute. Pretty funny. And Celine Dion.
Yeah. Let's not forget Celine Dion.
That was the best.
You gotta show this like on stream.
Yeah, I totally should actually.
Yeah. Oh.
Like I have a personal question. Going back to the whole PvP murder pirate thing. I was wondering about like penalties, how they work out, death penalties, and if you die from a player, is it the same consequences as you die from an NPC?
You wanna explain it? Should I? Whatever.
I think you should explain this one, Mr. Wikipedia.
Okay, so basically that penalty is 5% of your XP. That's against NPCs, against players. You don't really have a death penalty. Like durability of items can be neglected. To be honest, it's just a little bit of money. As far as like murder and penalty goes, if you PK the enemy faction, nothing happens. It's just PvP. If you PK your own faction, there will be blood on the literally blood on the floor that others can pick up, and those if they pick up that blood, it will add crime points. And if you have too many crime points, you become a pirate at 3k points. But before that, if you have more than 50 crime points, you can actually go to you go through a trial where 5 randomly selected players that signed up to be in the trial will judge about you. You can defend yourself. You can it was a bot or something like that. But they will see the actual felonies that you committed and the actual crimes you committed, because stealing is an offense as well, criminal offense. So they will see who you murdered and who picked up the blood and everything, and then they can say, okay, he's free to go, or he gets the longest sentence ever. But usually you just end up being an hour in prison or something, and it's basically a little mini game because you have to be online while being in prison, or else you won't get out of prison. And you can even break out of prison, but you will keep a debuff that makes it impossible for you to do your skills. So it's a little bit of RPing, a little bit of player-driven content. So it's cool. And the best feature about this is you can be a bounty hunter. You can actually hunt down people that have crime points and bring them to jail instantly.
Oh.
Personally, this is the most exciting thing I've ever heard, and
it's not that advanced. You pick up the scarf and then you basically find them, and then you say, okay, you have bounty, and you're in prison now. But it's a really fun system.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
In before someone RP CSI, huh?
CSI Arc.
Oh, that would have been nice. I would have loved to actually see an unofficial RP server in this game, because I remember one of the first things you told me when we started playing in Korea, Kex, that there was this Korean fishing guild. They would actually hire themselves out and take you on a fishing trip in their fishing boat, and here, have a fishing rod, and we'll teach you how to fish, how to get the big fishes, and they would teach you the tricks of the sea.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's amazing, actually, and I just hope we see more of these. It doesn't even have to be RP. I mean, they probably weren't RPing. They were just okay, this is our sandbox idea. And I really hope we'll end up seeing more of that, obviously in the English version, because yeah.
Hopefully.
The Russian fishing guild wouldn't really help me much.
They will probably gank you afterwards.
Yeah. You paid us, and now we kill you.
Throw the corpse off the boat.
Oh god, no. Hopefully not.
Feed you to the Kraken.
Oh.
Speaking of the Kraken, tell me about the Kraken. I hear it's a Kraken there.
Yeah, there is
the
one.
The memories.
I've met him once.
Oh, you met him once?
Yeah. I do have it highlighted on my Twitch video or Twitch side, and
Nice.
I think it was one of the more unique, or one of the many unique experiences in the game, because I had spoken with a couple of Koreans, and one of them said "Oh, the Kraken is here! Come on, join us!" And they were fighting against him, and now we're sailing there on my speedboat, trying to get there in time. And we come there, and there are like I think 6 or 7 galleons, all up and filled with people. Everyone using their cannons, surrounded the Kraken.
That is cool.
Yeah, it looked really amazing. Believe me, it looked. But then everyone died.
Oh, so
Kraken
nobody has
2.
beaten it, or
Yeah, there are many who has beaten him, but
okay.
he is really hard. But you know,
I've beaten him once.
oh yeah.
alone.
Yeah, I'm the big guy. Now, but seriously, I was like small self-plug. I actually made a review, or somewhat review, more like an info dump on ArcheAge source, and I have lots of pictures there about this kind of stuff. So if you have time, check it out, because like the pictures are probably the best thing about this thread.
Yeah, you should definitely link it in the chat in Twitch. I want to check it out later too. So
Okay.
yeah, there are a lot of these unique moments. The same thing like the Black Pearl is in the game, and to get like the recipe for that, I think you have to kill the pirate boss on the Mirage Island. Isn't that how you did?
I'm actually not entirely sure. You have to grind some like papers, pirate
Yeah.
papers or whatever. But there was some event on Korea where everybody got it pretty easily, but I don't know how it worked out because it was a little bit before my time. But yeah, you basically have to kill pirates for that.
Yeah. Like NPC pirates or pirates?
No, no, NPC pirates, but they're on Pirate Island where probably real pirates, like player pirates, will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the pirates won't attack the player pirates, right? It's just, they're both red, right? So they just interact together.
You mean like pirates interact with each other, or what?
With the NPC, I mean,
Yeah.
like the NPCs won't attack the other pirate players, or
Yeah, they are friendly. Like
okay, yeah.
yeah.
On the pirate island, there's like this huge old castle that's a bit ruined and shit, and inside of it there are like a lot of pirates dancing on the tables, drinking and having fun. So it looks really fun.
With the Pirate King.
Yeah, the
Pirate
Pirate
King.
King.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a big guy thing sitting on a like throne thingy, and he's the Pirate King.
Cool.
And there's like a day, pirates, like actually we were talking about this before. Pirates have like really cool stuff, and they have dailies where you can like find treasures. XL Games wanted to like advance this and bring it like forward, so people would be leveling as pirates and doing big quests and stuff like that. But it's not in yet, like
Yeah.
implemented in Korea. So
Okay.
hopefully it will come someday. Hopefully someday. Whatever.
Someday.
Yeah, because there is a long list of like things they've talked about that they want to add to the game. That list is really big, and the worst thing is that it sounds so amazing. I think like if all of that things would be entered to the game in the end, this game would be beyond imaginable. It's just, yeah, so much.
Pretty hype, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard is really exciting.
Yeah, but some stuff is like a little bit unrealistic, like 7 new continents and everything. They
Yeah.
don't even have all 3 continents up, so 7 continents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to just see like all the gray areas from the east and west, and all the waters around, and like tiny islands, and especially the entire North Island.
Yeah, if they just fixed or bring in the missing content, like that kind of is in the game, like the gray areas. If they would just bring that into the game would be like twice as big as it already is. So
Yeah. But I really do wonder how it's going to be on the Northern Island, though, if they ever get to release that, because, I mean, just like the 6 zones that's in the game right now.
yeah, 7 with
7,
that.
okay. They're just so big. It takes forever to like run through all of it. So adding another, I don't know, 30, 20 zones up there. Oh my god.
Do you have to
Can't wait.
walk across all of them? Are there any like shortcuts like in, other MMOs where you fly there through something or port there forever, whatever reason?
Yeah, there are like the first normal thing is like there's basically a Hearthstone.
Mm.
So it has like 30 minutes cooldown. You can save it to where it's viable to save it. And you can there's also like a teleportation system in the game, which basically every hotspot you visit will pop up in like this special portal book, and you can teleport there. That demands like special regens though.
Ingredients.
Yeah. But it is. There are fast travel systems, luckily, because it's a really big game.
But it's not like the good thing about this is that you have to craft the stones yourself, and you're using them up. And if you want to teleport between two continents, say you want to teleport from your starting area to the northern continent, you take up like even more expensive stones. So it's you have to have a good reason. You can't just port anywhere, otherwise you will run out of teleport stones.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really liked in Korea though, like each and every day you got like 3 stones. And I really feel like it would be needed in Russia as well, at least in the beginning, because there's a lot of running. because you want to be everywhere at once, you know. You want to be there leveling, you want to check on your farm and do everything you need to do there. You want to go and grind some materials, you know.
Yeah, it's really hard to not find stuff you can do. You always have to do something.
Yeah.
Even at level 50, like you have your farm, you have to craft gear, you have to trade, you have to keep up on your farm. It never stops. Like even if you hit max level, okay, the leveling might be out, but you still have all that other stuff to do. So
yeah, and it seems like Pokemon Twitch is having fun again. So the chat just went down for a couple of us. Hopefully it will work. If you do have like a special question though, just tweet me on @MajiinFreddy, or yeah, spam Frizzly on Twitch chat, sending messages. But we do have a couple of more, or
There was one that I wasn't 100% sure like how to phrase it, but the one guy called Arun Azme asked earlier about how his clan server is locked, and how about where does he go from there?
yeah, yeah, it's basically what we talked about earlier. Just try to keep your eyes on ArcheAge source for the rest of the evening or tomorrow morning, and Kex will probably have posted a bit more on at least the German community, what they're deciding to do. And normally what the German community decides to do, it is wise to follow, because the rest of Europe and America will normally follow. I think that's the reason we're on server 4 is thanks to Fido and WNTC, isn't it?
I think Lex played a big part in that as well. So
yeah, Lex.
He's always in it. Like if something happens, Lex is in it. No, but yeah, the reason I'm like suggesting following the Germans is mainly because like even if the servers are split up, there's no reason to split guys even more. So even if they're not playing together, at least like it would be nice to have somebody you can like PM, or if you run around that you see some guys that speak your language or whatever. So it will hopefully not be too long, so you can all just join server 4 anyway. But yeah, make the best out of it and just wait.
Yeah. And
again, rage or wait?
Wait. At least for like our server, like server 4 West Side, if you decide to join Almost Russian, we will help you best as we can. And I believe that if you join any other international or non-international guild that's non-Russian, like West New York Trading Company, Impact, the North American guys, I forgot their guild name. I'm sorry. But if you join them, they are all great guys. So we might have our rivalries, but they're all great guys and they will all help you out. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth it changing the server.
Yeah, and I know there are a lot of people that wants to go on our server, but they want to be on the east side because they want to be Farah or Harry Harron. But we're not on that side. But I think I know there's at least one guild, English-speaking one. That's probably the American one.
Yeah, there's Rajek. Sorry.
Yeah, Rajek. Yeah, is in one on the east side. So if you see him in the chat here, if it ever comes back up, might be a good.
Yeah, he's advertising on ArcheAge source as well, so just check it again.
Yeah.
And the German guys probably already all know Impact. They're mainly German, but I think they might take internationals in as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So you are covered, whether west or east. We've got it all.
Yeah.
Even pirates. I think there are some German pirates, so
Oh my
even
god. Yeah. Almost Russian is like our little offspring of a guild project we're working on, and everyone is, as Kek says, welcome to join it. And it's just like an English-speaking community guild at the moment. We don't really have many plans except for we want to do things. Basically, we want to experience the game. We want to do guild stuff like trade together. But we don't have like any like super serious goals about dreaming about siege battles or anything like that yet. So yeah, we're out there, guys. If you're ever on server 4.
So I have a dreaded topic that like goes to the whole part of it, the microtransactions and stuff like that. I'm not sure how it works in this game. Are there a lot of microtransactions going on, like the store? Is there a big store? Is the game, yeah.
Well, there is a store, and it does have a lot of items, but Russia is fairly new still, so I'm expecting we're gonna see a lot of things there. I know that Japan, for instance, they have tons of stuff. They have like samurai outfits and everything, and swimsuits. Kawaii desu ne? So, but there are a lot of things, definitely. As for like the dreaded pay to win,
is the game actually free to play though, or?
Yeah, it is free to play, but the thing is, if you're not paying for the game, because there is this option to be premium, right? So
okay, yeah.
If you're not paying for it, you don't regen as many labor points. You only regen like 1 every minute or something, instead of premium who does 5 every minute.
Oh,
And
every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Every 5 minutes, I mean. And as free to play player. Oh my god, that's a hard word. You can only have like 500 labor points, and as premium you have 5,000. So.
Oh, okay. That's a significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a couple of other things as well. Like there is this minor buff, I believe. Like you get a bit of XP, a bit of extra XP and stuff like that. But
yeah, basically all the rates relevant for combat and stuff are increased. Not damage, but you get more XP, a little bit more loot, I think.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, about that pay to win aspect, the only thing in Russia at the moment are labor point potions that give you an extra 500 labor points on your account if you use them, and they have a 4-hour cooldown. You can argue about whether it's pay to win or not. In my opinion, it is definitely a pay to win aspect, but it's not as bad as, say, infinite labor points just based on money, and that's what it is like right now in Korea, because you can buy labor points for like 45 cents and it's infinite. It gives you 1k labor points and you can use them as much as you want. So it's kind of bad, but in Russia, luckily, it's not that bad. It's bearable, and I can see why they're doing it. It makes perfect sense, and luckily they only give 500 labor points, so it's affordable to buy them with via in-game gold. So if you don't want to pay cash, you can buy them in the auction house. It's okay. It's not like I'm saying, oh god, this pay to win crap. It's bearable.
Yeah. That's another great thing when you're talking about it now. I came to think about it, like since the labor potions, yeah, they're that cheap. it doesn't become that expensive to put them out on the auction house, because if they cost like a couple of euros, obviously people would sell them a lot more expensive. Right now we're still in like the starting phases, so prices haven't really adjusted yet, but I think that as long as you like have a bit of gold, I don't think they will be that expensive actually. Now that you're talked about it that way, because you will always like look on euro versus in-game gold, and 45 gems. That's the price for a potion, and I think that's like half a euro or something. Isn't that right?
It's about like a little bit
A little bit
a little
less.
bit over $1, like
Oh.
$1.30 or
Oh.
something. So
Yeah. So it's not really that bad, but yeah. It is
Okay.
there still, so we'd probably better be without maybe, but it doesn't ruin the game, definitely not.
yeah, it's playable. So and you will always need level points, so it will always be an issue. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But the premium is the XP boost is only reserved for premium, right? You can't buy an XP boost in like a microtransaction
No.
store. Okay.
And
Not
the
yet.
XP boost is like really minor anyway, so
Oh, okay.
it's not like I got the premium, I'm gonna be level 50 10 decades before you.
yeah, it's really all about labor points.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I see.
The labor points is it's what it's all about. And there we got the message about chat servers are undergoing maintenance. So
Oh, lovely.
lovely, thank you.
There was
Perfect
one.
timing.
There was one question from in our chat here that says, if the armors are locked to races.
Nope.
What?
No. Okay. Yeah.
I think he means armor styles.
Oh, styles.
Yeah, I don't think he means armors, because obviously not. But armors, or at least that's how I'm looking at it. Is like, are there different armor styles, or are they locked to?
Not really. Like if you're a pharaoh, there you have a tail. Obviously, your tail will shine through still. But I think most armors are pretty much the same. Minor adjustments and all, if any.
Well, if we're looking at the style, I'm kind of sad because the Harry Harrons on the Eastern continent, their armor style is really a bit more, you know, the Asian style. The less clothing, the more armor
but-
you have.
But I think that style is not locked. It's just because you get this specific armor over there. I think if you
Yeah.
could do the quest, you could get the armor. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I really hope so, because my character is like, well, I heard you needed help. I'm gonna kill.
And he plays a woman, so
Yeah,
that's why
she's a nice little human female, and she has the biggest
He
armor.
always plays a woman.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but as far as like availability or like wearability goes, you can wear anything you want. It's not like there's this specific armor for that class
Yeah.
or that race. You can wear anything.
So I think we covered like the entire question there. If we were wrong.
Pretty good.
I mean,
yeah.
we don't have Twitch chat right now, so we have to make the best out of it.
Yeah.
People are yelling at you like fucking. Oh my god. this
Oh my
is-
god. What are you talking about?
What?
Well, I actually have one more question from a friend who PM'd me because he had that same. Well, yeah, he was basically wondering what is labor points. He didn't really quite understand what they are, what they're used for.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is really easy. You just labor points are a second currency you acquire over time. That's basically what it is. You wait a bit and it pops up and you get labor points, and it's like a little bit over your XP bar on the bottom left. If you're in game, you can check that, and you use it on everything that's not combat: crafting, mining, harvesting. Some like breeding. Your mount requires a little bit of XP labor points, and they're basically like workforce, for example. That's why they're called labor points. And repair castles, to build houses, you all need labor points for. So
Yeah.
you really need them for everything non-combat wise.
Yeah.
So I hope that covers everything.
It sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. I see Frisley has another question for us. PvP arenas, battlegrounds, do they exist? And the short answer is yes. I think they're in Russia or
No, actually, just before we started this podcast, there was news about Russia, and there will be no arena in Russia. I don't know if that's the like Battleground 5 versus 5 or if it's a 1 versus 1 arena, which is there too. But Russia will have it a little bit different apparently.
oh, okay.
In Korea, there's 5 against 5 and 1 against 1, but Russia will like maybe get the 5 against 5. I'm not sure, but it says they're not getting an arena. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Just before we started, as Cax mentioned, there was this update from mail.ru about I don't know if it's a patch or if it's upcoming features or if it's something that's imminent, or I'm guessing they're just looking at the future, aren't they?
Yeah. Basically, like how the Russian version is going to work.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have like some of it for us, or?
Yeah, actually, so basically, one topic that everyone's crying about, if they're crying about the game, is the PvP, the ganking, and the Russian version will apparently have no changes to that. So probably no peacetime on Liberty Island, no further safe zones, and yeah, basically, they're planning to bring out major content patches to everything 6 months. They're planning to bring additional world bosses, which is another thing for the open world. Yeah, and they're planning on adding 2 new class trees, according to Jack's Song, by the way. It's a Jack Song interview.
Oh.
And the Russian version will also get better tanks. I don't have the link right now. Oh, wait, I do.
The chat is down, so.
I'm trying to post it anyway. Maybe it will help.
Sorry.
It's actually on ArcheAge source, news and articles and guides section, and it's thread by video. Big news about ArcheAge Russia. Interview with Jack Song, so you can check it out yourself.
I can show it to you here, guys, super quickly. There you go. That's the new topic that Fido posted today. Oh my god, that's a really big tank, Russian tank. Oh my god. Oh, so yeah.
Also, yeah, shout out to Rudolf. He's a German, Russian-speaking guy. He's really helping us out a lot. Like any news about Russia, he probably translated it.
Okay. So there seems to be a couple of things there, yeah. No words about fishing.
Yeah.
It's too
Maybe
advanced.
tomorrow we will have fishing.
Oh, you
That
know
would
what?
be a dream.
That would be my dream come true if I like woke up tomorrow and you were guys like going ham on the Skype chat we have, and like, dude, get in, we're going out fishing. They also added beach houses, bikini outfits, everything, but at least fishing. That's what I want to see. So yeah. But there seems to be a couple of changes here, yeah. I really like the one, Russia will get bigger tanks exclusively.
I want this tank in Europe, dude.
Yeah.
I did that.
I'm even surprised they're tanks. I mean, wow. It's,
yeah, but
Yeah,
if
we
you
didn't really
look at
cover
them, you
right?
can see like it fits in. It's the same thing like last summer they added the racing cars in Korea, and I was at least like really on the fence about that, because I mean racing cars it has like a medieval taste the game, yeah, and like racing cars really, where's the logic?
It's steampunk. It's steampunk.
is
It has
steampunk,
like
yeah.
steams and everything. So
Yeah, you heard it like the instant you turn on the vehicle. You could like, okay, it's not a fucking Formula One car. Excuse my language, by the way. Bad habit. But it really fits in. They've really done a great job in like fitting everything into the game. Like it doesn't feel unnatural. And that tank picture, it looks really nice. So yeah.
It's really bad that the chat is not available.
Yeah, because we're actually running out of questions. So
Yeah.
just thinking if there's something else we should mention. Because I think we've talked about really mostly what we wanted to chat about.
Maybe a little basic thing for everyone new. Pick whatever class you like. There are like some calculators, I would link them, but I can't,
Yeah.
where you can read the skills in English. And yeah, just pick whatever class you think looks good, try it out, and you can actually change classes in game with just paying a little bit of money. So it's no penalty you don't have to recreate your character. You just go to a respawn point. That's like the little priest. I think it's a woman, and you just respec there for a little bit of money, and it's fine.
Yeah, I'm
And you
showing
keep
it.
the levels, so.
Yeah. There you go, guys. That's a picture. He's standing next to the place where you resurrect. There's a girl there, and like the 3 bubbles, they are basically your current classes, and you have all the choices beneath. So it's a really nifty thing, and the fact that you also level each one of them. So if you're like leveling or having like the bard class from level 1 to 50, and you change it out to have fortification later on, you could still swap it back later and still be level 50.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
There's like 2 different levels. Your character level, which doesn't have major influences, just only like your basic stats, and then there's class levels that just like
They
basically
unlock the
decide what.
skills.
Yeah, they unlock the skills, right?
Yeah. So yeah, chat still isn't working. And I think, as Frisley also says here to us, that we've scratched some of the main features, and we've given you guys a couple of hints. And as always, whenever I'm streaming, I will answer every questions gladly 1,000 times. No problem. You have ArcheAge source, your go-to source for all information. Yeah, there are a lot of helpful people out there. Like every person I've talked to that plays ArcheAge is like really helpful, and that's really something really nice to see, because a lot of the MMO communities lately has kind of lost its taste, I believe. So it's really good to see a helpful community such as this.
Yeah, I mean, we can rage pretty hard too, but in general, we are really nice guys.
Speak for yourself.
We haven't gotten Nolt into the game yet.
No.
But Nolt, do you have like any plans to be playing in Russia, or you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna wait?
I wasn't sure. But I'm listening now, and it sounds like too good to not play there, even though I'm struggling getting over the Russian language.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would definitely try again
Yeah.
when things stabilize, I guess.
Yeah, it would be nice to have you there. And again, I do see like your
Point.
your point, yeah, about the language, but it's just about like getting into the game and just doing it.
Yeah.
So one last question we have here: custom T-shirts and sales.
Oh, user-created content.
Oh yes, user-created content. So, you can create pictures on your computer, and you can like use them in ArcheAge. You can use them on your sails for your ships, and there's even like these plain white T-shirts where you can have the picture as well. Oh, it's really nice. In Korea, actually, I had this picture that I pasted on T-shirts,
Brony.
and
The way you said it, I had this picture.
yeah, I had this picture, and I pasted it on a couple of T-shirts, and I was standing like in the main city and like yelling in English on a Korean server, like selling T-shirts, coming by. I think one guy actually bought one.
Oh, that's pretty
So,
good.
yeah, I'm gonna do the same in Russia because I think more people speak English there rather than in Korea.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
So maybe I can make some nifty money on the side. Let's see. Okay, I'll see if I can like find the picture really quick.
So while you search, the way it works in Russia is you have to buy those potions to make the ink. You have to buy them in the cash shop. So if you're looking for them, just check the cash shop for potions, and that will be probably the potion for user-created content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. Unless there's something you guys wanna talk about or ask or whatever. I really.
Maybe give a quick outlook about what's to come, because there's many features in Korea
sure.
that will probably hit Russia soon. So basically, like, you can rent out, you can sell your property. So if you set up a scarecrow or a house, you can place it and then sell the place. Before, you would just like kind of spam the chat, oh, I'm selling this place, who wants to buy? Now there's like an actual like housing rental system, whatever. Don't think it's rental. You just like put your house on sale and someone can buy it.
Yeah.
Castle sieges, obviously, we didn't talk about castle sieges, but the northern continent is mainly about large-scale PvP, if you want to call it that. 80 guys with 20 mercenaries. There's a mercenary system there where you can hire other guilds basically to help you out. And yeah, naval PvP will be big. Like, all the ships are already in Russia, but it will take some time until people have the ships they need. And so if you're into open PvP, even though it's like not optimal, it's still super fun, and you can expect a lot of it. And yeah, new races are not even in Korea yet, but they are announced. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I keep on thinking about 4 races for some reason. Like I know that there's the dwarves.
Fairies.
The what now?
Undead.
Yeah, the fairies. Yeah.
And
And
not the fairies, but the like fairy
Fairies. I play a fairy.
The Rawborn a little bit remind me of the Char from Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
We've
there's like
all seen the derpy picture of that.
Yeah. That was so great. They're the return, which are like undead.
Yeah,
And
that's what I
dwarves.
was thinking about. So there are a lot of races coming, or if we'll ever see them. There
Hopefully
wa-
there
wa-
are a couple.
yeah, there was this picture of the Warborn, but I don't know if that really was official because
The picture of Hogger.
yeah, that one. It looked like Hogger on steroids and speed and cocaine and being beating in the face for 8 years, basically, by Warcraft players.
Apparently, it was like a leaked client,
Yeah.
and someone posted it on the character creation. Maybe it's fake. I don't know.
But obviously, we're not going to see it like that because look at the game now. And they're not going to enter that shit.
Yeah.
Other content, we're missing the barber shop.
Fishing.
Fishing,
And the
barber
barbershop.
shop.
All right. Yes.
Beach houses, like these houses you can have out in the water, like little bungalows.
Yeah.
Uh,
Composing.
yeah,
Really big.
composing.
Yes, the most important part, composing.
And what else? Yeah, there are like a ton of things really But the best ones are, of course, Jake Song's Dream, where he hyped ArcheAge so hard in the beginning about the ships, like the big ships.
Yeah.
Where he said like, "You have seen nothing yet, guys. The big ships, they're gonna be big."
Yeah, we don't have big ships in the game yet.
So, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
I think that's the thing I love the most about this game is the ships and the water. All like I said earlier, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Naval content is probably the best part about the game, which is why piracy should be awesome. It's sad that it's not that awesome. It should be, because the sea is just awesome. Yeah.
And just being in a battle, like 2 or 3 galleons against each other, so unique.
We're definitely gonna do that as Almost Russian. So even if it's just for fun against Impact or whatever, we would do that. It's so much fun.
It's a question in.
I see.
You guys can read that and explain that, because I'm not sure.
Excuse me.
You guys can read that and explain.
Yeah,
that.
I think Kex needs to read that because I didn't.
Oh, the
understand
judgment
it.
cloak. Remember the point about like you could bounty hunt? You need that cloak for that, and you would get it by like signing up for it. You'd have to be like, I think you have to be a judge 5 times, and then you get qualified to get that cloak.
Wow.
And then you just have to go there. You're like, I want to get that cloak, but I think you lose it as soon you like do criminal stuff. But I'm not 100% sure. I've never done it in Korea because I was always a criminal. So it might be wrong. So if somebody corrects me, can correct me on that, please do. Fido probably knows it better.
Yeah.
But I think it's like working like that. You have to be a judge 5 times, and then you get that cloak.
Yeah,
Maybe they took it out because it's just a beta. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really cool system, at least, or a nice idea. I don't know. But I mean, there's like constantly new things I learn about the game. Like the other day, I was reading Fido's farming collection, I think, and I saw like this long list of different tools for farming. Like there was this beehive, and there were a couple of other things like this winery, basically a big casket filled with wine or something. I don't know, but it seemed like amazing, and I've never seen it in the game.
Yeah, and what I think they're actually working on stuff like that, because one of the more recent updates in Korea was that you could actually like the animals would start moving around and not just stand there.
Yeah.
So I think they're working on it. It's just taking some time.
Yeah. I get so hyped. I get so hyped when he talk about these things.
Honestly, if everything that's announced is in the game, ArcheAge will probably just flat out kill every other MMO out there because it's so good. But we're not there yet. It takes time.
Yeah, it seems that way. But we'll see what happens.
And we have to fix the issues first, like we talked about earlier.
Definitely.
They're a big thorn in the eye.
Yeah. Scary.
But do it, try and please.
Yeah, try and please.
All the money for you if you fix it. All the money.
That would have been nice, definitely. But yeah, guys, I think we've chatted for about 1 hour and 40 minutes now, and if I do want to have this video up on YouTube, so I think we have to start stopping now.
I'm so sorry.
One last question though, Kex. How many potatoes does German eat during a year?
Too many.
Too many? Okay.
How many do you eat on a day?
Honestly, not every day, but when I eat them, it's a bucket. No, not that. But Germans love potatoes.
Yeah, and beer.
Potatoes are awesome. I don't know why you're laughing. Like potatoes are super.
Oh,
Super.
it's a serious subject. Okay, I see. I will get my act together.
It's a sensitive topic, as you would say.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just like fishing.
Yeah.
Just like fishing. Just like fishing. But yeah, guys. I think we're gonna call that's it for today. I would have loved to like hear your comments on how it's been, because it's been at least my first podcast, and
Yeah, we're absolute noobs.
how it's all been, and if you want to see more, if there's anything particular you want to know. And again, just follow me on Twitch, and you'll get to ask all the questions you'll ever want to. You can also follow both me and Mr. Kindermaxi, Nolt101 on Twitter. It's the same names there as it is here. Kex still lives in 1993, so he does not have Twitter yet. But he's on ArcheAge Source. So if you're interested in joining our guild, I would have loved to say that someone would have pasted the address in the field on the chat here, but still not working. But check us out on ArcheAge Source at least, and you'll find the guild, and hopefully everyone will be able to join server 4 tomorrow, and that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
What else? What else should we say? I think that's...
Go west.
Go west. Life is easy there. Simple there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching us, guys, and thanks to Nolt and Kex for joining. It has been a blast, and I hope to do more of this with you.
Of course.
Blown away by all the information Kex has, and
Very, very.
I'm sorry for talking so long.
yeah, it took a bit longer than I anticipated, but that's good. So I think that's it for us here today, guys. If you two want to say something, go ahead. You'll have... The stage is yours.
Note, you want to go first?
Just follow me on Twitter.
Yeah,
Hit me up.
and
Talk to me.
and get him some voice acting jobs.
Yeah,
Come
give
on,
me some
guys.
voice acting jobs. Yeah.
Voice of an angel, really.
Thank you. I am an angel. I don't really have much parting words besides saying thank you for watching. It's been fun. It's the first time for me too, so a lot of fun. On to you, Kex.
Yeah, I can only repeat that. I'm like, I don't know, check me out on ArcheAge Source and read my rage topics. Comment on them. I really appreciate feedback, and yeah, let's hope ArcheAge gets to be the best game ever.
Yeah, definitely. So with that, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll hope to see you on the other side. Have a good night. It has been a blast. Bye-bye. Ow. So yeah, there we go. It has stopped. Hopefully the delay isn't too long, so we'll end up cutting off like the last couple of seconds.
Yeah, holding our